Hi everyone, I'm Shreya, and today I'll be sharing a few study tips that will help you ace your next upcoming exam. So, I will be sharing a few tips in today's video that will give you a clear idea of what exactly should you do in order to ace exams in your school, college, or any competitive exam. So, let's get started. So, first up, we have the right mindset. It's extremely important to have the right mindsets to study. Like, what exactly motivates you to study? For me, it was always to see myself in the toppers list, to see my name in the toppers list. This was my sole motivation to study. For some, it might be to get a great job or to start a business or anything like that. So yes, you must be having your own reason to study and your own motivation, your why to study. So this completely varies from individual to individual. Next up, we have is to create a study structure, a timetable that works for you and religiously following it. Yes, creating a timetable as per your daily schedule is extremely important and something that caters to your school, college, or coaching classes timings. It's extremely important to design your timetable in that way. But at the same time, what is extremely important is to religiously follow the timetable that you have made. For example, in my case, I have seen that for a really long time, I was stuck in this loop of creating timetables, following them for 2, 3 days. And then on the fourth day, if I miss something, then again I would go into this long period of procrastination, and then again I would get back to making new timetables, and then again the cycle continues. So you need to design a timetable where you will be having certain non-negotiables. Now, what do I mean by non-negotiables? Non-negotiables means that something that you won't negotiate with it. Like, no matter what happens, no matter if any tsunami or hurricane hits your place, you have to show up for the school. Just for instance, say I have to give daily 2 hours to practicing maths. So this is something non-negotiable. I have to do it no matter what. So setting non-negotiables is extremely important. And apart from that, try following most of the timetable. Try following 80 to 90% of your timetable practically, because ideally it should be 100%, but ideal cases hardly exist in the real world. So it's extremely important to stick to your timetable for at least like 80 to 90% of your timetable, right? So that's very important here. Then we have, say, dividing your study time. Like keeping time for revision is very important. Like if you don't revise what you have studied, then you won't be able to retain what you have studied, right? So it's extremely important to revise. Then it's important to take notes in class. Why is it important? Because we often think, oh, the teacher is teaching and we are listening, so we'll retain it. But our brain is able to retain a very little part of all the information it is exposed to daily. So, taking notes helps us have a record of what is being taught in us, and that helps us to revisit those notes when we are studying that particular topic or while revising it. So, taking notes is extremely important as it helps us to maintain this kind of record. Then we again have finding your own memorization technique. Personally, for me, active recall has worked wonders. Active recall is a technique where you simply study something, then after a certain period of time, you put that topic away and just take a piece of a piece of paper and write what exactly you have studied. And then you open your notes or your books from where you have studied and check how much you have been able to retain it, how you retain it, and where you've made mistakes or conceptual errors, and then again revising it in that way. Because if you're just sitting with your notes and rereading it, then it won't work. At least for me, it does not work, because rereading it is somewhat very boring and our brain does not find these things interesting. But when our brain is exposed to situations where it is being tested and it's put under pressure, then I think we enjoy the work more and we are able to put greater energy into it. So finding your own memorization technique is extremely important. Then it's important to practice previous year questions. I cannot stress on this particular point more, because I think practicing previous year questions gives you an idea of what kind of questions are being asked in the exam, and it tests your preparedness for the exam as well. It tests how much time you are being able to solve each question, and gives you an idea of what kind of questions will be asked in the exam, and it somehow sets that vibe of exam in your mind. And previous year questions, like, I believe in practicing previous year questions for at least uh, 2 to 3 times before any exam, be it your school or college, or school college exams. And if it's competitive exams, then definitely minimum 5 times is important. And lastly, the point that I would really focus on is to taking care of yourself, because without taking care of yourself, I don't think any of the implementation of any of the above points that I stated is possible. So for this, you need to simply take care of your mental and physical health. For, I would say, eat healthy and go out, play some sport for at least 30 minutes each day. It just refreshes your mind, and it helps you focus better, I believe. And for the mental health part, I would just say that meditation, then just journaling, sitting with yourself in calm and silent atmospheres, and observing your thought patterns, all of these tips actually help in observing your state of mind and taking steps in order to improve your mental health. So that's all from my side, and thank you for being up till here. Have a great day.